Hello once again, gamers! Welcome to Cruisnick's Purgatory. I'm your host, the titular Cruisnick X. Alongside me is Arya Stormborn.
Hey, y'all.
So we are well on our way through the path of the Bard Questline, and a lot has changed in the past few months since I did the level 60 Bard quest. So let's start off by explaining all that's changed. First and foremost, I've changed up my whole UI, as you can plainly see. My job buttons and my class buttons are now in a neat little pile right here on a few hotbars. I use my mouse a lot more. We've pretty much got all the skills except for the level 71. And my Bard is now sitting pretty at level 70, thanks to a whole bunch of work that I've been doing over the past few months while I sit here and reorganize everything with Operation Channel Revitalization. So it's actually nice to, be back in gear and be caught up. We're gonna, especially considering the new expansion comes out in just a couple of weeks, so me and Arya are really looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll be able to get through I'll be able to get through as many jobs as possible before that comes in. As for gear, I'm stocked up with everything I can under the circumstances. Limits are a pain in the ass. With that being said, let's not waste any more time and get right down to the storyline. Now, in the last episode, which was such a long time ago, so bear with me while I open up the journal and get back to it. So, Sanson finally got approval for the Bard unit, for the Order of the Twin Adder, but an anonymous letter claimed the existence of a tome bearing a damning secret pertaining to the Autumn War. So in order to curb it, the Order of the Twin Adder has dispatched the newly formed unit to investigate. We went to the Nine Ivies, made contact with the letter's sender, and he seems to be descended from a soldier who fought in the Autumn War. So based on this, it's to be found somewhere in Girabania. So here we are at Castrum Ordians right now, and we're going to get right down to it. Let's not waste any more time with the level 63 quest, Masked Motives. Let's get to it. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Norval might be in an even bigger pain than Gidolo. Despite my express instructions to keep him out of the garrison's way, what does he do but go and bother every single soldier about? And now everyone here looks at us askance. I brought a tome to record mission details, but instead I'm filling it with the names of those to whom I must apologize. I'm sorry if this caused trouble, but it's simply more efficient that I make the inquiries myself. What a man says amounts to only half the story. How he says it gives you the rest. Besides, I felt compelled to make up for Master Gidolo. All he seemed to be doing was drinking and singing. Well, appearances can be deceiving with him. He has his own way of acquiring information. Speaking of which, I am curious as to what he has learned. Chris, might I ask you to look around the castrum for him? I will keep a close eye on Norval in the meantime. Okay, where is Gidolo? There he is. In that gaudy-ass Shire gear. Thank God I do not wear that gear anymore. Thank the 12. I do not wear that Shire gear for Bard anymore. I mean, look at that look at that thing. It's ugly as fuck. Anyways, Sanson wants to know what I know, does he? Well, might be as I've learned a thing or two, but I ain't ready to share 'em yet. Still need to clear up some details, see, and I'm not one for unfinished tales. It ain't Bodley, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Ow! Seeing as you're here, though, there is something I could use a hand with. Of late, masked bandits have been terrorizing the area. Not even Alliance soldiers are safe, it seems. The brazen bastards set on a patrol just the other day. And now, a twin at a scout's late to return. And chances are the bandits are at it again. I want you to go and check things out. I'd go myself, but I need to keep an eye on our friend Norval. He's been acting queer since we got here. There'll be more to tell later, but for now you'd best be on your way. The soldier was bound for Schism, the ruins to the northeast of here. Alright, let's fly. Here's another... Oh, by the way, here's another thing I acquired that you probably... since that last episode. The Regalia G-mount, thanks to the Final Fantasy XIV-14 collaboration a few weeks past at the time of this recording. But, yeah, I now have the Regalia Type G, which can fly and is an exact replica of the Regalia from Final Fantasy XV. And I am loving it. There he is. Here we go. And there we go. Kinda easy when your gear is so entirely overpowered. Thank you. They fell upon me with nary a warning. They knew I was coming. We alter our patrol routes on a regular basis, but they knew. What's more, it was as though they were barring my way. But now is not the time for speculation. I must take word of this back to my superiors. My thanks again, friend. Alright. Let's head back to Castramorians. I would use a teleport at this moment in time, but you know what? It's just less money to just take the long way around. Besides, the Castrum is just right here. It's not like we needed to worry or anything. If it were... Well, yes, that too, but at the same time, it saves money. I mean, it would have taken 100 gil out of me. And I need that gil for, well, shit like this. 950 gil repairs. Anyway, let's speak to Guidolo. So there you are, Chris. So what happened? Was it the bandits after all? Masked bandits in the area? And you had an encounter with them? Thank the matron that you did not come to harm. Guidolo, why did you not see fit to share this with us? Well, I knew it was nothing Chris couldn't handle alone. Besides, I had some business of my own. Someone to keep an eye on. I cannot imagine who that might be. Master Guidolo, I owe you an apology. I had assumed in ad that you were not doing your work. Unorthodox though your methods may be, there is no doubting their efficacy. Ain't no trick to what I do. Everyone's got a song what's close to their hearts, and with a bit of camaraderie in the cups, they'll tell you what it is. Then I strum their song over a heart-to-heart is all. Thanks to Guido, we were able to learn of the recent incidents. So I ask you, will you not have a little faith in us? I'm not certain I understand. Look, Norval. We've made a stop here at your request, that we might gather information for our search. But not once did you tell us what it is we should look for. By now, we have more than a solid grasp of the region beyond. What should we do next? Oh my. Did I neglect to tell you? My profoundest apologies. The tome we seek, it's said to rest in a place connected to Gilbard. Connected to Gilbard, the general who led the Alamegan forces during the Autumn War. Now that you mention it, the masked bandits appeared on the way to Schism, and Gilbard was a known devotee of the Fist of Vralga. Just taking a wild stab here, but might be as they're also after the tome. An unsettling notion. Should that be the case, we haven't any time to waste. I will go and make some inquiries immediately. Wait! I didn't give you Leave him. There's something you two need to know. I got this from a soldier, but Norval's been sneaking outside the castrum while our backs were turned. Bastard's been acting right fishy since we got here, and he tensed up good when the subject of the masked bandits came up. Whatever his true motives may be, we must bring them to light. Rather than reel him in, let us give him some line to act. There is no telling what Norval will do next. While we keep watch, please see that you're ready to deal with anything. And with that, we have completed the level 63 quest for Bard. A lot of suspicions surrounding Norval. If he is a spy, it's going to be very interesting how this all plays out. But we will fall asleep on that bridge when we stumble across it. With that being said, that's going to be it for this episode of Cruisnick's Purgatory. A special thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button and be sure to turn on notifications so you're informed of all of my live streams and videos the moment they premiere. Also, be sure to subscribe to me because I need to raise some money for a new computer and parts aren't exactly cheap. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode of Path of the Bard. And click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Cruisnick X, signing out.